Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rakestraw Boys. Y'all, my brother Jeremy just showed up with a brand new shotgun. A Retay GPS Tactical. It's a 12 gauge pump with an 18-inch barrel. He's running this thing for home defense. I'm not just going to take his word for it that this is good. We're going to pattern it, we're going to put it into water, and we're going to put it under pressure. And by the end of this video, we'll know whether or not this gun earns its keep or not. So let's find out together. Before we get into it, this is my brother Jeremy. He came to me saying that he wanted something reliable and simple for home defense. Not something fancy, just something he can trust. He landed on the Retay GPS Tactical. Retay is a Turkish firearm company. They've been building shotguns for a while, and they've got some technology baked directly into these shotguns that we're going to put in our test today. GPS stands for Geometric Pump System, and we'll break that down here in a minute. Here's what you're looking at. 18-inch barrel, black synthetic stock, 6.1 pounds, 4+1 capacity with 2 3/4 inch shells, or a 3+1 capacity if you're running 3-inch Magnum shells. Flat chrome finish, aluminum receiver, sculpted recoil pad, and it ships with 3 choke tubes. Cylinder, modified, and full. And it comes with a limited lifetime warranty. Jeremy picked this as his home defense shotgun. Now, it's our job to put it under pressure to see if he made the right call or not. He picked this thing. Out of everything he could have gone with, this is what he came home with. I want y'all to watch this whole video and tell me in the comments, did he make the right call or not? We'll just have to find out together. Let's get down to brass tacks. Alright, so here's what makes this gun different than an average pump shotgun. First, the barrel. Retay calls it a deep bore drill barrel. Bohler steel, chrome lined. On top of that, they factory lengthened the forcing cone. The claim is improved pattern density coming out of the muzzle. That's a bold claim, and we're going to test that today. Second, that geometric pump system. The pump travel on this gun is only 3 inches. Your standard pump is running between 4 to 5 inches of pump travel. What that means practically is faster cycling, especially in a tight space, which is exactly where you're going to be in a home defense situation. It's also going to make short stroking harder because there's less margin of error with less motion. Third, the safety package. Crossbolt push button, interceptor safety, automatic trigger disconnector. For a home defense gun, that's the complete setup. Now, I already know that some of you are typing right now in the comments that this is a Turkish-made gun, and I hear you. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to read it, and I read every one of them. But I'm going to do the testing first before I form an opinion, and honestly, I think that you should too. Now, I'm going to be real nitpicky here. I wished they had a fiber optic on the end of that barrel. And that's just something nitpicky that I'm throwing that out there. I'm aware of that. On paper, this gun has got no business performing as good as it should. Now, let's go see if it backs that up in the real world. Jeremy's on the trigger today. This is his gun, so this is his review. I'm behind the camera. We're running double-aught buckshot, nothing fancy. Just the load that everybody typically grabs for home defense. And we're doing 3 distances: 7 yards, 15 yards, and 25 yards. Real home defense distances, minus the 25 yard. So, let's see what this gun does. Jeremy, 7 yards, send it.
Y'all ready? We ready. I still hear it. I still hear it.
That was a lot.
All right, there's 7. Oh, you say 15?
Yes, 7, 15, and maybe 25 if we have a target. While he does that, I'm going to go over here real quick. He blew off the other target. There we go.
I'm gonna say after 15 yards it becomes useless, because 7 yards is like that. Y'all ready? I knocked the targets off. All right, safety on. That sucker kicks, okay? I think it's because of the short barrel. I don't know, but it kicks. Of course, it is buckshot too. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Thomas, I'd deer hunt with this gun.
Out to 15 yards.
That's 15 yards.
How many pellets we got? 1, 2, 3.
10? 10 pellets?
I think they advertise 12 pellets. You only missed by 1 pellet. There's the other pellet right here.
Yeah. Now y'all take a picture of that. That way y'all know what it looks like at 25. So if there's any more holes, you know it come from.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. So you are going to try the 25-yard shot.
Yeah, we'll try 25. Because the 7 and the 15, I would say there ain't much difference, but there actually is. There, you got a big wad right there. I guess that's the wad.
Yeah, you see where the wad hit. Wad should be sitting right here then. It probably flew backwards.
Anyway, you got the wad hit. You definitely got a lot more pellets on paper on that one. But 15 yards still deadly.
So back it up to 25?
We'll go to 25.
I wouldn't take a shot at a deer on that, but I mean for personal defense, we'll see.
I don't know about this. Ready?
Yep.
Left target. Safety zone. I shot a 10 gauge and this equals a 10 gauge.
Why? Because it's 18-inch barrel?
Yeah. How many we have on paper? 10?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 17. So you add 7 pellets to that.
So it's still effective out of 25 yards.
Yeah.
That's not bad. You can hunt deer with that.
You know, it'd be a good deer running gun, you know. If y'all like running dogs in the South, I think the home defense shotgun would be your route, because 25 yards, we still got 7 pellets on paper right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. A hand size pattern. So you put that on a deer, I think that could kill a deer, no problem at 25 yards.
Now keep this in mind, every one of those holes is a separate projectile arriving at the target at the same time, with one trigger pull. That's what you're going to be working with at a home defense distance. That pattern at 25 yards is tighter than I expected. I went into this test thinking it was going to fall apart at that distance, and it held together. The forcing cone that Retay put into this shotgun, I think it's doing a lot of work. Therefore, I think it's legitimate. And look, nobody's going to be clearing a house at 25 yards. But the fact that this gun held a pattern that tight that far out, that tells me something about the quality that they're putting under the hood of this gun. So for the pattern test, this thing kind of surprised me, and I don't really say that lightly. All right, y'all know what time it is. Water jugs! Now, Jeremy wanted me to take the shot on this one, so I'm going to step up and run the water test myself. We got the double light buckshot loaded. We're rolling in slow motion. And I want you guys to see exactly what this round does when it connects with both of those jugs of water. Because this is the conversation that we need to have about why people choose 12-gauge shotguns for home defense in the first place. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Did y'all see that in slow motion? Both of those jugs got ripped apart violently. The water didn't just splash, it got displaced. And that tells me that every single pellet did exactly what they were designed to do. That's not just one round doing that. That's multiple rounds arriving at the same time, all of which doing the same job that they're designed to do independently. That's why you run buckshot, and that's why you run a shotgun. Now, here's what I want you guys to sit with for a second. A lot of guys compare a shotgun to a 9mm for home defense. And I understand that a 9mm is a proven round. But here's the difference that matters. When you fire one round of 9mm, you're going to have one round going downrange. You're going to have to hit your target with one projectile. When I just fired that double light buckshot round, I sent multiple projectiles downrange simultaneously. Each one of those projectiles is close to a 9mm in diameter with one trigger pull. Now, think about this scenario real quick. It's in the middle of the night and your heart rate is through the roof. Your hands might be shaking. Your adrenaline is maxed out and the lights might not even be on. A shotgun doesn't need as much precision in that moment. And I'm not saying you don't aim. You always aim. But what I'm saying is the margin of error is going to be different. That spread we saw at 7 yards, in a hallway, in a doorway, in close quarters, that matters. The shotgun's strength isn't necessarily deep penetration. And that's why you got multiple projectiles doing work at the same time. That's the conversation, and that's why Jeremy landed here. I'm not telling you what to run, that's your call. But I want y'all to understand why this makes sense as a home defense shotgun. Before the verdict, I want to address something that matters in a home defense shotgun specifically. Short stroking. You're going to get nervous and you're going to rush that action and you're going to short stroke it. Now you got to jam when you need that gun the most. We ran 4 rounds out of this thing today. 3 pattern shots and a water test. Not a volume test. But here's what I can tell you. That pump ran clean every single time. And I genuinely believe that 3-inch pump travel is doing something incredibly real. There's just less margin of error for a partial stroke to cause a problem. I'm not going to tell you that 4 rounds makes this gun proven. That's not how this works. But out of the box, it ran exactly like it was supposed to. Jeremy had 0 issues with it in his own handling. And if you want long-term durability data, that's what the comment section is for. Leave a comment if you want us to test this out over a length of time. Now, before I give you my verdict, I need to ask y'all a question. Pump or semi-auto? Jeremy went with a pump action. A lot of people would argue differently, and to be honest with you, there's really no wrong answer, but I want to know where y'all stand, so leave a comment down below. We'll see which one wins.
Well, Jeremy, what's your thoughts on the Retay? That way we can talk about it in the crow's nest.
Let me grab it right here. To be honest, for it having an 18-inch barrel, it actually really impressed me on the buckshot, on the grouping. It does have a, what did we say it was, a full choke?
It's got a modified choke in it.
Modified, yeah, modified. Come with a modified. I think if you buy them, they do come with interchangeable chokes, different sizes. Other than that, I'll get some more info on it toward dove season and duck season, because I'll have you can buy interchangeable barrels. This is the 18-inch, but I can get on Retay and order the 28-inch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a longer barrel. I think the 28-inch was like $100. But I'll end up getting the longer barrel for dove and duck season. And then I'll really know what kind of gun this is when that comes around.
So
overall, I mean, it's a good gun for the money, I guess. Definitely a good home defense gun.
See y'all back at the crow's nest.
All right, y'all. You know how we do this. 5 points on the scorecard. Let's go. Recoil, 6.1 pounds, and it's a 12 gauge. It's gonna kick. But that sculpted recoil pad does do its job. Jeremy said it was manageable during his part of the test, and when I stepped in and did the water jug test, I basically found the exact same thing. And for a home defense shotgun, you're not going to be pumping 100 rounds down range, so I guess for that application for home defense, it's a plus. Accuracy. The pattern test told the story. 7 yards, 15 yards, and 25 yards. This gun held tighter patterns than what we expected at every single distance. That lengthened forcing cone is doing some real work. For close quarters home defense, that pattern density is exactly where you need it to be. And honestly, that 25-yard distance kind of surprised us, so we take that as a plus. Water displacement. Both jugs got ripped apart. They were violently displaced. And every pellet was accounted for on impact. That slow motion tells all the story. That round is doing exactly what it's supposed to do and delivering the payload the way it's designed to do it. I've got nothing bad to say about it, so that's a plus. Numbers and ballistics, 4+1 capacity, 3-inch chamber, and an 18-inch barrel. 6.1 pounds, cylinder choke for buckshot, limited lifetime warranty. The numbers are right for the application. There's nothing on paper that tells me no, so that's a plus. Accessibility. The GPS Retay Tactical is not a shotgun that you're going to find on every counter. But it's not hard to track down either, because Jeremy had no trouble getting his hands on one. For most people considering a home defense shotgun, this thing checks all the basic boxes without asking a whole lot out of you. So, accessibility gets a plus. 5 for 5. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't walk into this test expecting to be impressed, but I believe my brother made a solid choice. So there it is, y'all. The Retay GPS Tactical, my brother's new home defense shotgun, and after today, honestly, I understand why he chose it. Leave a like and leave a comment down below. What are you running for home defense? We want to know what you guys think. Guys, if this is the first time we're meeting each other, it's nice to meet you. If this is not the first time we've met, it's good to see y'all again. We hope that things are going good on your side of the camera. We've got a lot more interesting things coming your way, so stay tuned until the next episode of the Rakestraw Boys. I reckon we're gone!